Welcome to another episode of Home Sweet Home. My name is Rod McCall.
And I'm Scott Nichols. All right. Well, after 5 years of you doing this podcast, you started in 2021, right?
Yeah.
And now it's 2026. And it was about this time that you began, from what I see, because I do all the uploads.
Yeah.
And a little over 2 years of me joining you and increasing the episodes and doing all kinds of fun stuff and trying to learn more about podcasting and all those things as we talked about home life.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun. And I know that we've talked about this and we haven't talked about it with the listeners, but this is going to be the final episode of this podcast.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of bittersweet. I feel like we could always come up with more to talk about, but at the same time, there's a lot of things pulling on my schedule, and I know you got a lot cooking, and it is summertime, so...
well, I also think 5 years is a good run, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And, that doesn't mean that we won't reappear in other podcasts, other topics, or adjusted formats, but we're gonna close this one down, and I know that you have a great kind of outline for today. We don't often prepare everything, but we did want to prepare this one. So we do have kind of a good outline, kind of a reflection, looking back and thinking about, what does all this mean?
Exactly. I mean, because, again, the title of this has always been Home Sweet Home.
Yeah.
Home should be a place where you want to go.
Sure.
And so, because at the end of the day,
it's where the heart is, right?
Well, that's what they say. And, our home is not just, or a house is not just four walls and a roof.
Right.
And I have been lucky enough to have a few places that it wasn't just a house. It was not just even it was more than a home, that it was a part of the family.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, because again, at the end of the day, I like being able to go home to see the people that are there. I mean, home should generate ideas of safety, belonging, connection, and rest.
Yeah.
And I mean, ultimately, I think that's why I don't work well at home, because that's my place of refuge. Sure. And I like to go, and that's my place of comfort. And now Sherry, she's happy to work at home. Not me. Not me. So,
I mean, as a teacher, I've always done work at home to some extent. Certainly working the full job from home, that would be tough on me. I would have a hard time focusing and separating to do that. And so I think that would bring out a lot of stressors for me, which we've talked about, right? We've talked about there's a lot of stressors that can happen in homes. There's a lot of, there's healing, but there's also stress. It depends on how many people are in your home and how young your kids are or old your kids are. There's a lot going on there, but still, it's your home. And so many people still identify that, even with whatever struggles they might be having there. That's your safe place. It's your home.
I saw somewhere that home is not just a location. It's an internal experience.
Yeah, that's why I'm at home at Disney.
Yeah, there we go. So to carry on, or to build on what you said, today's final episode, I thought, well, let's reflect on some lessons and truths that we can carry forward.
Sure.
And so the first one, well, home is more than just a place. It's a sense of safety. And like I say, I got real lucky. Growing up, I spent the first basically 21 years of my life in the same home.
Yeah.
And I will admit, maybe a little too honest, but because I'd moved off to college in the fall, so then my dad retired from the phone company. And that summer, after my first year of being away to college, because I had gone to the local community college for a few years, but I come home and I didn't help pack.
Right.
But I came home and there's this big old 24-foot Ryder truck sitting in the driveway. And I lost it.
Yeah.
Because this house was a family member.
Yeah.
And so it was kind of tough for me. But I also have now lived so many other places that I've never had that kind of connection anywhere else.
I have lived, I certainly grew up in a house that, we were in for my whole life until I moved out at 18.
Yeah.
And since then, I have lived in so many places. I have 3 different states, multiple apartments, rental homes, wherever. And certainly in the younger years, the 20s, like it was a different place almost every year.
Wow.
And then we, settled down a little bit and had 3 years or 4 years or 6 years or, 9 years. So it's been a journey on that. So I haven't always identified with like the place as the home, as a permanent home kind of location, but you can make any place into a home.
Because it's also the people that are there with you.
Right.
Sherry and I moved a few different places, and it's always been, we made it a home. Because it was the two of us. Now, between her kids and her mom, well, that provides, as you mentioned, a little bit of stress from time to time.
Right.
But we are the family, and that family turns that structure into a home.
Yeah.
Filled with laughter and good memories. And again, just an opportunity to breathe deep.
Right.
And, a place of family gatherings. We celebrate Christmas and Easter and other birthdays and holidays. I don't know. Again, family that fills that house.
Yeah.
Make it a home. So, and it's kind of nice, coming home. It's fun to go away, but it's nice to come back home. And it's kind of like, driving down the street, and you see it there, you pull in, and it's kind of like, it's good to be home.
I think one of the important things about that, though, even the place as being a home, well, it's more than place. The home itself, that physical location that you call home, needs to be made into a home, right? It's not a home when you first enter it.
No.
And so, your own things, your own memories, your pictures, the way that you decorate it, what you do to make yourself feel comfortable in the home. I think those are important things, right? There's physical aspects to it that help you feel comfortable with it. So that's just important to me.
Well, I totally agree. And
having moved so much, we've done that a lot.
Oh,
and each place can be a little bit different, right? Because you want different furniture, you want different, decorations or window treatments or whatever.
Its design and layout are different.
Yeah,
different states, different climates, different culture. If you start decorating your New Hampshire home like a Texas home, people might look at you differently. So. If you start wearing boots and putting up the Lone Star everywhere.
I would do that probably if I moved back.
Would you?
I would do that on purpose.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
but I will say, though, that, I agree. Decorations are important.
Sure.
Having pictures and memories and stuff like that, I do absolutely agree. But I do think that it is the people that we get to share that home with.
Sure.
Because having, you get the safety part, all right, but your body actually does recognize that home. And, I think when, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but when you go on trips, they're fun. But how much true at ease are you compared to when you're at home walking around, in, your jammies and your slippers and a cup of coffee? Yeah. Are you that relaxed when you're out and about on a vacation or something like that?
Now, as we were talking before we went on to recording, yeah, if I am on vacation and I can just sit on a beach, I'm relaxed, right? But as soon as I start adding in excursions, I'm filling my time, and I can do that. That happens all the time in my regular life, so I don't want to do that necessarily on vacation. Although as everybody knows, I go to Disney all the time. You just fill your time with Disney constantly, but I always am trying to find time to just be at the resort too. So
sure. And
you gotta have some relaxing time, and hopefully the way you set up your home provides you with some space to do that.
Yeah. In a home where you want to be, your body actually, your nervousness actually subsides a bit.
Yeah.
Now,
you speak to relationships on that, and I use that in the home. So, my kids are all adults, but they come over on Saturday mornings and we have breakfast, and it's around a certain part of the house, and, that allows that time to relax together too.
And it's, I guess that's my favorite thing about family and home is the making of memories.
Yeah.
After my mom and dad moved, like I said, my dad retired from the phone company, and they retired to a nice farm out in the middle of nowhere, Arkansas. And the family memories that have generated there have helped turn that into home. And so, because for me, it's less, for that place anyway, it's about all the fun memories, the times of goofing around, from fireworks displays to Thanksgiving football to, Thanksgiving weekend bonfires, just the fun stuff. So I don't know.
I mean, that's all very, very important, right? And we do that with our breakfasts. Before that, when we lived in Florida, we hung around the pool that we had, which I very much miss. So you find ways, right? You got to find ways to connect with your family. So if you have kids living at home or kids maybe not living at home, right? How are you reconnecting? And are you doing that in the home? Because I think that's fun. But, also connecting with others, right? I mean, I have a group of people that I meet with in their home. And that's a good time, right? We meet frequently, not every week necessarily, but, we meet frequently, and we talk and we laugh and we have a good time, right? Those things are important.
Oh, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that helped drive the creation of the podcast is not everybody has that. I did not have that for a while when I was married to Eric's mom.
Sure.
That home was an unhappy place. Home was filled with anxiety and nervousness.
Yeah.
And I felt my body didn't get a chance to relax per se.
Right.
I was in survival mode. And so when you're living like that, it is hard to allow your body to engage in restoration process.
Right.
Good sleep and allowing your guard down. Like I say, your nervousness is on full display because you're not sure what's going to happen, where, when. And that makes it not a home.
Yeah.
And so I will say that the ideas that drove our topics over the years was to help give that opportunity to change the dynamic so that home can be a healing spot.
Yeah.
And it's, I don't know, I will say that my home now is indeed that.
Yeah.
We can exchange ideas. They don't always have to be the same ideas.
Sure.
Different thoughts and difference of opinions, but you should be able to lose yourself at home. Be you. Let your hair down. Let your guard down.
Right.
And if it's not, what can you do to make it so?
And I think that's one of the things that's great about this podcast. I mean, we talked about a lot of stuff, right? We tried to do one every week. So since I came on board, so that's, over 2 years. So we have well over 100 episodes that just you and I talked about before, after you and Bryce talked for 3 years, not quite as consistently, but you had lots of conversations. And so the beauty of podcasting, though, is that it's there, right? And so as we're talking about this, if people are, hearing things that are like, I want to look more into that, there's so many topics, right, that we have that range from, talking about the home specifically to talking about, kids in the home, kids in school, relating to schools, just dealing with emotions in general, right? And so there's so many different topics that we've tried to touch on, and they're all there like forever.
two of our most popular episodes are divorce. Divorce from an adult perspective, divorce from a child's perspective.
And those are both before I came, so I'm not very popular.
Oh, quite the opposite. But I mean, not just that, but we did one, dealing with loss. And we've done several on that. We've done, again, helping communicate the role that a birth order can have. That was a popular one.
Yeah. Well, we also did 3 episodes surrounding your story specifically. So,
well, true.
Those have been fairly popular as well. So,
surprising
and very impactful. That's an amazing but tragic story. So, well, good for people to hear.
I think I can let a little cat out of the bag.
Can you?
Well, I'm going to. Whether I can or not, I don't know.
Is it in the contract?
No. So I don't know the release date, but it could be between around Christmas time. It might not be until after the new year and into 2027. But HBO has a docu-series called Toxic.
Yeah.
And I am going to be one of the topics for Toxic in this season 2 that they are producing and developing and editing right now. And it's about what happened to our family.
Yeah.
So I've been leery to share a whole lot because I'm kind of hoping to see a rough edit to see if I like it.
Are they even going to show you that?
Well, they said they would, so I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, I'm excited to see it. I've seen that show, so that'll be interesting.
So,
but back to homes.
Yeah, because here's the thing: the whole point of sharing some of our more popular episodes is that change happens over time.
Yeah.
And some of the things that we've talked about and promoted, was how to make small changes. I mean, you and I, have both read James Clear's book, Atomic Habits, and that's all he talks about. Mm-hmm. Small changes.
Yeah.
And how small changes over time make huge impacts.
Yeah.
And I think that relationships between husband and wife, between parents and kids, between kids and parents are so important.
Yeah, and I think that, we live in a consumer culture where we want everything now, and, TikTok shows it to us in 30 seconds, and so, we think we can do that too, and it's just not reality.
No.
Right. It's just not. Like if you're struggling in your marriage or in any relationship and you go and see a counselor, you cannot expect that after your first meeting with the counselor, it's all fixed. Like that's not the case, right? So these things happen because they happen over time and in small doses as you go, because you make small little changes and then you realize more things and you make more small changes and then eventually things get better. Maybe it takes 6 months, maybe it takes a year, maybe it takes 5 years. Whatever it is, right? You got to be committed to that, but it's not going to change in an hour.
No.
Right. And so you have to have commitment to it. And that's commitment to you, the other person, your home, and making your home a better home.
Thank you. And, I don't know that I could say it any better because it's, I guess, through life experiences, working with not just my own life, but working with all the kids.
Yeah.
And how many kids do we work with that home is not a place they like to go?
Sure.
And I don't think that moms and dads are going, well, I want to make a crappy house that nobody likes to be here. I think quite the opposite. And so what can you do?
Well, let's be fair that like even some of the best homes, the teenagers are teenagers and they don't necessarily want to be there. Okay. It doesn't always have anything to do with the parents, right? So, it just depends on what the issues are. Sometimes it does have to do with that and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes they're just teenagers and we need to learn how to work with them.
Yeah.
And sometimes, everybody needs to do something together. So those are things, but those small changes over time, right? Those are super important, and you don't want to overlook that. You don't want, and I know that we've had so many episodes where we talked about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Just changing the little thing, just do something where we've talked about things like, our wives don't want us to fix it.
No,
they just want us to listen. Right.
Oh, yeah.
That's a small change, right? It's actually easier for us, right? You don't have to fix it. Just listen. That's easy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
no.
Right. So it's just little things, right? And oftentimes those little things do make your life easier. Mm-hmm. And in making your life easier, there's less confrontation and things get a little bit better each day.
Well, we did an episode on listening. Listen.
Did we? What did you say?
Thank you. Thank you. But the value that listening can have, listening to understand versus listening to respond.
Yeah.
That's a little thing. But if we can learn to do that, how much better can communication be?
Yeah.
So you're right. But my wish, my hope, my desire is that all these topics that we have discussed, that we have sat here and over the table just kind of visited and talked and laughed and joked and all that, and will be ways for others to continue their journey, because life is nothing but a journey.
Right.
And we experience all kinds of stuff which influences our outlook.
Yeah.
And what do you want from life? Right. And if you get stuck in park, well, how do you put it in gear? Do we want to live life by default or life by design? Mm-hmm. I guess we have to make these kinds of decisions for ourselves. Yeah. What do we want? And because nobody can make these for us.
Well, that's really important, right? Like, do you want a good home?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want a safe space at your house? Mm-hmm. Do you want that space to be safe, not just for you, but for everybody in your family and even visitors, right? Like, do you want that to be a place where people walk in and think, wow, I'm feeling the love here? Or do you not? Right? Like, you have to make a choice to make that happen, just like everything else in life. You have to make a choice. You have to choose to do that thing. Like, if you want to go to school, you got to choose to go to school. If you want a different job, you have to choose to do what it takes to get the skills and look for a different job. Mm-hmm. I mean, we have to make choices that take us to whatever that goal is. So if you want something better, then you have to make a choice to listen to some episodes, go get some help, work it out with your spouse or with your children, and know that nothing happens immediately. So you're going to have to work it out.
It's evolving.
Yeah.
We are evolving who we are. I always argue that who I am is in fluid motion. I don't know who I am. Well, I do, but at the same time, who I am is evolving, changing. And I think that's for all of us. So you're right. Home can be that safe place to try something new.
Yeah.
Run things up the flagpole and see who salutes it. What kind of response do you get?
You've definitely watched the 12 Angry Men. A few too many times to be using that reference.
Sorry. You're right. You're right. Too many, but the value is still there.
Yeah.
Because who's at home? They should be the people that you can trust to give you an honest response that can evaluate, say, yeah, you know what, that's actually not a bad idea. Or is that the best idea you got? Have you thought that through? Have you thought about, well, what about this or what about that? Mm-hmm. Because they're not looking to get one over on you. They're not trying to climb the corporate ladder over your dead, cold corpse. Mm-hmm. They want to see you succeed.
But mostly, we have an ever evolving home, definitely, right? We have adult kids, so we've had, they're not always there. And so they come, sometimes not all of them at the same time. Sometimes they're all there. We've got a grandson. We have friends who might come over, so everybody has these things at different stages in their life. And, you'll do different things. You'll have different traditions. There'll be barbecues, there'll be whatever. But bottom line is, like, the home should be somewhere where you can and you can get away from all the other stressors of life.
All the noise
that takes place, work. Just get in there and be you and be for you, right? I mean, I do things at home that I don't do other places. I read books. I blast my music if I'm cleaning the house. I sit on the porch and just stare at the stars at night.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, right? So it's a place to relax and to be with others in a relaxing environment. So you want to remove the tension, right? From that, and we have so many episodes on that.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
so many places for that. But that's super important that home be without that tension as much as possible.
Because at home, I don't have to be perfect.
Yeah,
I can just be me. I can be Al Bundy sitting on the couch, like Al Bundy sat on the couch.
That was a picture I didn't need, but.
Well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, right? And I'm not even a fan of all the intense television shows they have now. Don't get me wrong, the writing is fabulous, the cinematography is awesome. They are deep, intense, but I have to think too much. I have to get involved. I have to do this. I want to just sit and laugh. You know what I mean? I want Seinfeld again, right? I just want to laugh.
Thank you.
So I look for some of those things. I love the other TV shows too, but I look for those just to go back and laugh and just sit there and laugh with other people, right? I think that's much more relaxing for me.
Well, you mentioned comedy, and you were talking a little bit ago about home, and I kept thinking, running through my mind, was the theme song to Cheers.
Yeah.
Come and relax, where everybody knows your name. You don't have to be something special. You can just be you.
Yeah.
I mean, because home doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to have all the answers.
No.
You don't have to get everything just right or just so. All right. I mean, you should be able to hopefully feel calm there. Like, we talked about.
And you should be able to be real. That's an authentic. We've talked about.
Yeah, we have, and that is something that has been a goal of mine for a while now. You know what? When I screw up, I'm going to tell you I screwed up. If I make a mistake, I'm going to own it.
Sure.
I'm going to share the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if it makes me look a little stupid, so be it.
Yeah.
If it's a little embarrassing, okay. But I'm going to be me. And so anyway, that's kind of, again, what we have tried, and I feel we have been successful in accomplishing, because this has been some of the most fun.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed talking. It's been kind of nice that, I didn't get interrupted and told to shut up and sit down. But,
I try not to do that. It causes tension. I know I'm giving you hand signals and all that stuff, but nobody can see that. So,
well, our story is continuing.
Yeah.
And home is part of our story.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thank you for being my partner in this journey. I thank everyone who has participated. I mean, just to give you a little bit of statistics here. All right. We have been downloaded in all 7 continents. All right. We have been downloaded in, what did I count here? How many was it? 11 different countries around the world. Across those different continents, we have been downloaded in cities all over the world. And it's kind of like, wow, who would have thought that people in Russia, people in China, people in various African nations,
Singapore.
Try that again. I hit the wrong button.
Yeah.
We have been downloaded in 117 different countries in over 1,514 different cities around the globe.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, dang.
It's amazing the reach that podcasts can have. At the time of recording this, I mean, we're nearing 10,000 downloads. And that's probably not a lot for 6 years or 5 years of podcasting, but in general. But for a couple of guys who do this and do not monetize it or really even promote it.
No.
I think it's a decent amount.
Uh-huh.
So, and you know, we're on YouTube and we're on all the other platforms. So, and it'll still remain there. So
yeah,
we're you know, we can still be heard.
Yay.
And we can still accept feedback. And,
sure.
And you know, as after a respite, we don't know, right? We might resume with a new podcast, a new format, a new focus.
Yeah.
Or we may each have our own. I don't know.
Well,
who knows? I do think podcasting is in my future. So
okay.
I just don't know what that looks like at the moment.
Well, I enjoy it. It is a lot of fun.
It has been fun.
It is just a way to, you know, to share, to talk, to get to visit.
Yeah.
And then in a nice social atmosphere. But I just want to end with one final thought. Maybe home was never meant to be a perfect place. Maybe it was always meant to be a feeling we learn to build.
I like that. I don't know if I have anything else to add to that.
Well,
that's a good one.
Brother, I have so enjoyed having you a part of this journey.
This has been fun.
And I don't know what the future holds for either of us, but I know it will be fantastic and amazing because you and I both have a nice home to go to.
Mm-hmm. Well, it has been fun. You know, when I signed on to do this back in January of 2024, I did not think it was 2024, whatever.
I don't remember.
Might have been before that. Anyway, I didn't anticipate doing it too long, but you know, we did a lot of episodes and it's been a lot of good fun. And yeah, so I mean, that's 2.5 years essentially of every week having an episode out there, holidays and everything, right? So
absolutely.
I've learned a lot, both technically and psychologically, right? Because you've been, you know, during that time getting your licensure and your master's degree and all that. So I appreciate all of your free counseling that you've given me through this process.
Well,
so
it's free. You get what you pay for.
You know, it's good, right? And it's been fun, and you know, being able to continue that after you had left the school environment has been great. You know, as an intentional way to meet up and all those things. So we will have to continue that because family doesn't end when events end. So
that is true.
We'll have to continue that. But I agree. Yeah. So what kind of a home, you know, to the listeners, what kind of a home are you building? Because he says here, you know, maybe it was always meant to be a feeling we learned to build, right? So what kind of a home are you building? What is the feeling that you have? And I would just challenge you, go back and look through some of the episodes, see what hits you.
I know I've gone back and re-listened to things as a nice reminder.
So I don't think I have anything else. I mean, we're a little bit over time, but I think everybody will excuse us on that. And,
I hope so. All right.
I appreciate all the listeners and
me too.
All the support and I guess that's all I got.
All right. Well, one final time. Until next time. I'm Rod.
I'm Scott.
See ya.
Bye-bye.